Yeah, I'm way too lazy to remove all that shit at the moment in time. My multiple stream yards are all full, so I kind of had to improvise. Yeah, okay. My two stream yards were both full, okay? So I literally had to hack Diana's. At least I got premium again. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, because, like, if you haven't noticed, I couldn't, my StreamYard wouldn't work, and the other StreamYard I had didn't work. And then when I tried to make a third one, they were like, "Excuse me, sir, you got to do all this mumbo jumbo bullshit." And I'm like, "Ah, that's gonna take too long." And I was like, "I'll just hack Diana's shit." So yeah, that's why you're seeing the stuff on the screen and the squiggly stuff going at the bottom. I didn't even notice it until I started the live. I'm like, "Oh, lovely." Well, fuck it. We know how lazy Charles is. Why not? So as always, we're gonna talk about what the DNA is, and we're gonna talk about what's that fancy word and stuff like that they said about the tadpoles and stuff like that. But we're gonna wait a minute for people to show up. I'm sure Paradox done fell a fucking sleep. How you doing, Fishy? Also, I was looking at Josh's, Four Pits' community post because I remember he said something about something being on his community post in the last live or whatever, and I ran to go check it out real quick. And there's some really cool ass pictures. I'm kind of mad that I don't have mine on there, bro. So yeah, Josh, where's my awesome like cool picture? Whatever the hell those things are. That's fucking. They look badass. Damn it, I want one now. But there's like these little 3D animation kind of type. They look really cool. So I mean, I'll probably link them in the chat or something like that, so everybody can go look at them. Maybe I'll share the screen. Josh shouldn't mind, but yeah, they're pretty cool actually. I was like, man, now I want one. That sucks. I guess it showed different YouTubers and stuff like that in animated form. It was pretty awesome looking. Hey, Fishy, if I wanted your opinion, unzip. No, I'll just. I apologize, y'all. I might be a little bit vulgar at the moment in time. See, I've been sitting on a call with Senior Paradox, who, mind you, he has said everybody should prepare because the paradox will begin soon enough. And he's going to start making his appearances. So what I need you to do is having all nudes, boob pictures, feet pictures, elbows, weenus. He also said, and maybe collarbone and neck. That's my personal fetish. So yeah. So Fishy, how did it feel finally to get into a nice conversation with me and the paradox all in such a long time? Isn't it refreshing? You didn't think so? Oh. Well, there's not nobody here. Right, dude. I need to be stoned, damn it. Yeah, sorry if we were a little bit vulgar and that shit. Like I said, before you showed up or whatever, we had been sitting there fucking bullshitting back and forth for fucking hours, I think. It's pretty fucking hilarious. I love fucking Paradox, man. He's just a great old time. We literally just sit there and fucking talk. Yeah, dude, come on. You gotta stop. Pull the stick out of your ass, bro. Come on, man. Yeah, we were trying to our best to get her like I don't know, it was like a dead cell or something. It's like trying our best to get her to joke around with us and stuff. And she's like, meh, 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 meh. I think the most common word she says, as usual, was like, like. Well, maybe that's a problem. Maybe you need a stick in your ass. Oh, I guess Paradox fell asleep too. That sucks. It's always great to have a fucking Paradox around. See, all y'all need to take a lesson in regard to maturity from me and Paradox, okay? And Dan, actually, too, even though I banned him earlier. Because I didn't know it was him. See, you got to reach the pinnacle, right, of maturity to the point where if you have issues with somebody, you don't go and talking no shit. You don't run your mouth. Fishy. I hope you understand what that word means. Celibate just means that you're going to give the rest away. What's up, Hooja? How you doing, my dog? Oh man, I can't wait. I need to get fucking Paradox needs to get back involved, get his ass up here soon enough. That way y'all can hear how real adults talk. Yeah. Oh Lord, we're gonna have to make that one an all comedy fucking live because it's just gonna be. Yes, it does, fishy. It means you sell some of it and you give the rest of the ass away. That's what it means. Yeah, literally, it's like I'm not sure if y'all know people in this world that would be like the most vulgar motherfucker in the world. So literally, you get into conversation with them. You sit there for hours, just mad talking shit back and forth and everything else. And then as we're at the peak of saying all these fucked up things about blowjobs and all this other stuff, Paradox is like, "Hey," I'm like, "What, Para?" He's like, "Fishies. You want to talk to Fishy?" I'm like, "Dude, we get to harass Fishy?" He goes, "Yes." I'm like, "Let's do this, my brother." And then Fishy thinks she's smarter than me, so she wanted to talk about DNA and stuff. So then I started having a little argument with her, and I was like, you know what? Even better. Let's tell the whole world what that DNA basically means, what it stands for, and all that other stuff. Waking up for a few has the smoke cleared. Definitely not. We're still smoking. Fishy's already stoned, though. I'm just catching up. My stream yards were. I have multiple stream yards because of the free ones. They're all fucking full. So I kidnapped Diana and I put her in my basement and then I hacked her account. So that's why I'm on here. No, Miss Diana and her lovely goddess self let me, her little budgie, use her StreamYard. She's amazing, man. Y'all know, man. I got YouTube Premium, dog. There's no ads ever. I forget they exist now. You know that shit. People are like, dude, this fucking ad. I'm like, what? What ad are you talking about? Oh shit, you ain't got premium. Oh, sucks to be you, bro. Oh man, I was really sad while I was waiting for this live to load up and everything else because I was going through all the fucking sad comments and videos and all kinds of other stuff left by all these amazing fucking musicians throughout the fucking world in regards to Bradley Arnold. And it was crazy because when we were doing the live and we are telling how Three Doors Down singer passed away from stage 4 kidney cancer, and I have no idea. Now that I have it, I refuse to ever watch it without it. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. No, ma'am. No, no, ain't doing it. That's how I tell she's mad at me. If Diane is mad at me, all of a sudden I start getting ads. No. uh, I'm gonna joke around and talk shit, and then she's gonna magically appear like, "What you talking shit about, fool?" But what was I gonna say? What was gonna say? What was gonna say? You got YouTube Premium too? That's the shit right there, yo. If you don't got YouTube Premium, it's worth it. Oh my god, they'll give you the next button? Fuck that shit. No, I can't do it. That's why I don't even unless I have to, I won't go on my Charles Manson account even anymore, unless I'm banned or something like that. Because once I do, I get the ads again, and then the ad pops up. I'm like, what the hell is that? And I get like PTSD because I'm like, she's mad at me again. Oh wait, never mind. No, one day I was doing a live and I was waiting for a video to load and there was an ad for the video and she's like, "What the fuck? You got an ad? What the hell do you mean you got an ad, motherfucker? Hold up." Next thing I know, I got an email. It's like, "You have been invited into the family." I'm like, "She's invited me into the family." Oh, but yeah, we're gonna talk about DNA, the partial profiles, what exactly that fucking means, what you can do with it. No, that's impossible. I gave her 3 souls for it. Yeah, she be, I own multiple people's souls. That is fact. You didn't know that? I mean, there's a reason why they call me the devil, evil. I buy souls. Why do you assume that Diana is here? No, no, Diana. She sounded like she was pretty tired and stuff. So she's, I don't know. She might magically appear. You never know. She's like that little fairy in the fucking Zelda games. She flies in there like and grants me awesome, blesses me with awesome stuff, and then flies away. Yep, I've got 5 days left in Florida, people. 5 fucking days, and then I begin my journey west. Dun dun dun. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna tell you all a quick story before I get to the DNA thing, man, because I cried earlier. It was so, it's once I think it's like I found a different kind of family here in Florida, and honestly, my second family or whatever, which is the craziest kind of group of people you would ever possibly think of, but then to see what they had set up and everything, I didn't even joke, man. Some tears came from my eye because my own real family did not and would not do something like that. So like the Super Bowl is going on. I think it was the end of it or whatever, and I stopped by to check them out. I'm going to Oregon, man, and well, I went over there and I'm talking to Rudy and all them, and I see a banner and it's all in Spanish. I can't really read what the fuck because I can't read what the fuck it is and shit. And but I could read the last word in on the banner, and I see that it says Carlos, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wait, I am Carlos. I am the only Carlos that comes here. So why the fuck does it say Carlos? And I also see what looks to be like a small pallet full of fucking like 3 or 4 tiers tall of Corona, like 18 packs and 12 packs and shit. but they're all completely brand new and unopened. And I just thought it was weird. I'm like, it's a Super Bowl. You would think they're getting wasted off the fucking beer. You Jesus, he had to rest for 5 days or whatever, so he probably fell asleep. And and I couldn't read what the rest of the fucking thing he says, but I know Carlos is Charles, right? And another dude that lives there is his name is Moley because he's got a massive mole on his face. That's why we call him Moley, obviously. And he goes to get ready to open up one of the 12 packs of Corona, right? And Rudy's wife comes out with a big stick in her hand, like a paint stick, stirring stick or whatever, and she starts beating the shit out of Moley with a stick. And she's like, "You motherfucker! I told you! If you're gonna get a beer, you could get a Bud Light out of the fucking refrigerator. You know what those are for." And she hits him like 50 times. So I'm just like, "Damn, Mita, calm down, mama, calm down. It's okay." And I'm just like, "Bro, why did you say Carlos?" And Rudy's like, Rudy loves to say this saying, right? It's gotten to the point that I've heard it so many times now. He goes, "Charles," and I'm like, "Shut the fuck up." Yeah, because he usually goes, "Charles, shut the fuck up." Rudy and his wife live there. Okay, I'm gonna think this is gonna seem odd, and please don't judge or misunderstand by what you're gonna hear. Okay, the majority of the people that live at this place, and like 30 or so people live on this massive property. The only ones that are related are Rudy and Mita, who are married, and it's the local neighborhood Latin King leader. I know how that sounds. It's not what you think. Uh, Rudy and me started getting along a couple of years ago when he found out that I had gone to Mexico quite a few times when I was a kid, and I had met his cousin. Well, I can come over, Fishy, if you need somebody to. No, I'm just playing. But I had told him the story of how I met the Sinaloa cartel and stuff like that, which is still fact. Um, the whole Cantina Plaza was shut down in Sinaloa, and I didn't know what was going on at the time. I was like 10 years old, I think it was. And these SUVs and shit, real nice fucking trucks and shit, all kinds of shit pulled up. And I didn't know who the fucking guy was, but he got out. He was really nice. He paid for everybody in the whole fucking plaza's food. Like every customer there got paid for it. Excuse me, I was just being polite. Um, he gave all the kids there, including myself, each $100 bill. It was crazy. I'd never seen that much amount of money, let alone it was mine. Right. I was to find out later on that the person that I met that gave me the money and stuff was El Chapo. And the reason that's funny is Rudy is fucking El Chapo's cousin. And if you ever see Rudy and you ever see El Chapo, he looks like a little tiny, short teddy bear version of fucking El Chapo. Damn near the same. It's fucking hilarious. And once he had heard the story and stuff and how I explained everything, he knew I was telling the truth. And by that point, honestly, I'm white, so they basically were thinking I was cops and stuff. But once they heard the story and stuff like that, they became my new best friends. And yeah, it was just a good old time. I fixed all kinds of stuff for him, cell phones, laptops, all kinds of other shit. Probably fell off the back of a truck, but it is what it is. And how do I explain it? Well, like I was saying earlier, I saw this banner thing that they were making and drawing and everything else. And the only word I understood was Carlos. And as I said, I'm Carlos. There is no other Carlos. I'm the only Charles. There is no Carl. So, I thought it was really weird. And I'm like, why does the banner say Carlos, Rudy? And he's like, Charles? And I'm like, yes. He goes, shut the fuck up. Which is literally, yeah. He's probably the one that I allowed to tell me to shut the fuck up. Because I love Rudy to death. It's just such a great. They help homeless people, letting them stay there, giving them food, clothes, all kinds of shit. You would never guess that they're Latin Kings and everything else, and how much good stuff they actually do for this neighborhood here. So I was more than happy to help them out in their stuff. Oh yeah, I kept. I was tired as fuck. I'm still tired as fuck because I still have yet to be asleep yet, and I kept hiding people and Shibby unhit them. That's all. Okay. As I was saying, at this point, Mita had come back out of the house. She's like, "What are you fucking asking, Charles?" And I'm like, oh, "I was just wondering why the banner said Carlos on it." She goes, "Of course, man. You said you was leaving on fucking Saturday." And I'm like, "Why do you need a banner? Are you guys celebrating that I'm gone? Are you gonna party because I'm gone?" She goes, "You silly white boy." She goes, "No, in the next like 2 days, maybe tomorrow, we don't know yet. But we're gonna have a party, and you're gonna go get a going away party or whatever." And they had like tequila and Crown Royal and all kinds of liquor and stuff like that, and there's all this Corona. And I'm not even a big drinker and stuff. I haven't even really drank in fucking 8 years, except for like a couple beers here or there. And it was so sweet. I was just like, oh my god, they planned a party for me, and there's gonna be like 100 fucking people there. It's gonna be fucking awesome. They're like, you gotta have a party, man, because it gives you good luck before you go. And I'm like, I ain't even joking, dog. I teared up, y'all. I teared up. I was like, my own family doesn't give a shit. They're not even gonna give me a ride to the airport. But y'all motherfuckers who barely know me for like 2 years went through all this. You know, mass. They just foods. They had all this food and shit. They're getting ready to cook. Fucking like 800 fucking Coronas. Not probably that much, but still, there was a lot of fucking Corona and a lot of fucking tequila. Woo, doggy. So at some point, if Charles goes live and I am kind of slurring and all this other stuff, I might be a little intoxicated. Okay. Yeah, no, believe it. I mean, I wouldn't even say that it's about the Kings part because they would have been more influential and all kinds of stuff back in like the '90s. Nowadays, it's like the Kings don't really do anything around here. So he has the position and everything, but they're always just doing good stuff for people. They're always helping out everybody in the neighborhood and all kinds of stuff. He will help you fix all kinds of shit and everything else, and not ask for a simple penny. He doesn't try to make him like he helps people all the time out, especially with fixing and helping them with food and all this other stuff, and never ask for a penny. But they're not rich either, so like a lot of times. Um, I'll go over there to buy something or whatever, or find somebody that wants to buy something like a chainsaw or something like that, and I'll go over there and buy it off of him, and then make sure he gets overpaid and stuff like that, because he's a god honest, genuinely good fucking dude, straight up. And yeah, like I said, we got to deal with cops a lot, but that's because of the designation. And my American side of the family, as I've already told you, you had a lot of outlaws, including the founding members. Was one of my uncle, my mom's brother. Um, my cousins are more high rankers in that, and then I have other cousins on the other side of the family that are the white people too, and they're like I want to say kind of retired, like folk nation members and stuff. Yeah, like I said, it's a lot of criminals in my fucking family. And that's why I laugh when people call me a criminal. I'm like, man, I ain't a criminal. To really be designated as a criminal, man, you got to catch my ass first. And they ain't done that shit. but Yeah, they bought me a jacket and stuff. They showed it to me, and they're like, "You can't have it yet. It's not time enough for their play." So I'm like, "Oh," and massive amount of food. I think he bought me a laptop and some shit. It's like fucking man, just good people, straight up good people. On the rare occurrences that anything bad ever happens, it's because somebody shows up there and tries to rob him or all kinds of other shit. And but the cops are constantly watching the whole area with drones and stuff, so it's like pretty crazy in its own self. But don't judge a book by its cover because, like I said, they're really good people. Now, do you guys want to hear about the DNA first, as in the designation of what would be considered as a partial profile and what makes it such? Or would you rather me talk about, because if I'm going to talk about the DNA profile, I got to talk about the DNA profile. So not only am I going to mention the facts and information about a partial profile and what that exactly means and entails, but I'm also going to talk about the weird sperm, is how I'll call it for the second, because Fishy thinks she's smart, but I'm about to knock her for a fucking curb stomp. So, what would you guys rather start with? The fact involving a partial profile or the weird sperm? Don't know. Don't know. Because a designation of a partial profile in DNA, my friends. It's when a DNA sample from a crime scene is incomplete, often due to degradation or low quality, low template DNA, and only partially matches a profile in the database like CODIS. Instead of an exact match, these profiles share a significant number of alleles, often indicating a close relative or whatnot. So, yeah, you can make a partial profile match up to somebody's relative and all kinds of different stuff. But in fact, it could be just because the DNA itself is degraded. It's not very viable. It's not fucking. Oh, remember what I was saying, Fishy, about the genetic markers? Okay, partial profiles are generated when some, but not all, of the 13 to 20 standard genetic markers are detected. Commit! The match process is a direct match. If a direct match isn't found in the database, analysts use moderate stringency searches to identify profiles that share at least one allele at every tested locus, which often highlights familial connections. The significance of that would be the partial matches rarely provide direct identification but are valuable for investigative leads, helping to narrow down suspects to a specific family. The limitations, because fewer markers are analyzed, partial profiles have a higher risk of false positives compared to full 20 local matches. Now, I was on Discord with some smartass who thought she knew what she was talking about, and I explained it to her literally that you, figuratively speaking, you wanted to have at least 18 to 22 to have a good solid DNA profile. And when it's partial, it's usually going to be around 8 to 12 or whatnot, which is a partial profile. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not even moving on to Delphi yet. I don't have the whatchamajigger of the actual DNA. If one of y'all have it, it'd be great if you posted it. But give me a minute, I'll actually go looking for it. But for at the moment, since we now know what a DNA partial profile, basically a DNA partial profile can give you a partial link to someone's family or genetics, and it also can give you it can basically eliminate somebody from the suspect pool, but at the same time, it can't. It's not enough to get a conviction. Get what I'm saying? You're gonna find a much lower fucking number. You'd be like 1 in 10,000 and 1 in 50,000 and everything else. 1 in 50,000 and everything else. 1 in 10,000 and 1 in 50,000 and everything else. 1 in 10,000 and 1 in 50,000 and everything else. 1 in 10,000 and 1 in 50,000 and everything else. 1 in 10,000 and 1 in 50,000 and everything else. 1 in 10,000 and 1 in 50,000 and everything else. 1 in 10,000 and 1 in 50,000 and everything else. 1 in 10,000 and 1 in 50,000 and everything else. 1 in 10,000 and 1 in 50,000 and everything else. 1 in 10,000 and 1 in 50,000 and everything else. 1 in 10,000 and 1 in 50,000 and everything else. 1 in 10,000 and 1 in 50,000 and everything else. 1 in 10,000 and Now, this is the more interesting part. That once she started seeming very silly, which you see her, she doesn't want to admit she was right, but if Paradox was here, he'd literally say, "Hey Charles, you were talking about those exact numbers of fucking DNA genetic markers," and I'd be like, "Oh, I know, but I'm dumb and wrong," as Fishy says.
Up your ass, motherfucker.
Yes, that is a fact that they said in trial. That is a fact, but what you don't understand necessarily is there's multiple ways that could still be Richard Allen's DNA. Did you know that? But you didn't know that, did you? Yeah. Albeit, I will tell you flat out, it would be rare. But there's at least two different instances that would cause uh, this DNA profile not to match up. For one, it could be degraded by a civil removed. If you got 5 people as suspects, eliminated would mean you could take away that person. Now, for the longest time, but we also don't know how many genetic markers there exist in said Delphi. As I just said, I don't have that bit of information. I'm going to go look for it in a minute. You know, but if we're only talking about an 8 or 9 fucking marker partial profile, guys, it just might be plain out wrong because it's so degraded or so little, you can't do anything with it. Fishy? Yeah, because you don't know if the DNA didn't get there by contamination. There's a very easily explainable, logical explanation on how that DNA got where it got. You may not like it, but yeah, it's very logical. But let me finish as I was saying about ways it still could be Richard Allen's line. There's multiple other ways, but the most rare one of them all would be if Richard Allen himself was a chimera. And if you don't know what a chimera is, that is literally a person with multiple sources of DNA in their body. This exact thing only occurs when certain events can happen, and it's still not a sure thing when they do happen. Like, say, if somebody literally had a bone marrow transplant, they would possibly have multiple sources of DNA in their body. So you would have to test multiple hairs, DNA, the spit, sperm, all that shit. You'd have to test so many different things. And the other way a chimera can possibly also be made is if two twins in the womb and one consumes the other twin in the womb when they were being, materializing during birth. The one baby in the womb, consumes the other baby. I'm sure y'all have heard of it. Well, in those instances, it's once again, it's fucking rare. But the baby that consumed the other baby, quite possibly, could have the DNA profile from themselves and their sibling. Fishy, you take the cake for multiple DNA samples in your blood. Thank you very much. In your body. In fact, you've had more DNA samples in your body than anybody in this chat has. But damn! Wreck it. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Wrecked. See, she wants to talk shit because she wanted to prove me wrong so badly and she did nothing! Yes, that is also a very, once again, rare possibility. Usually done so through like a bone marrow transplant or something like that. Get mad all you want, you little whiny bitch. I told you what it was. You said I was wrong, and you just got curb stomped. Just admit it. Say it, bitch. Say it. Charles was correct. You won't. Told you. Told you. Where's Paradox at? Stone Asian Jesus, get your ass out here and laugh at her. Think somehow she's smarter than me. Please. Okay. Now let's get to the interesting fact, guys, because I've heard a lot of misconceptions and everything else considering the sperm that was found. See, but I will give you a really easy hint of how contamination in this situation could occur. Somebody at the scene decides to take a piss. For whatever reason, maybe they did a little jerking their gherkin or something beforehand, or just had sex, or whatever means necessary. Or honestly, an erection will actually cause pre cum and stuff to come up the urethra and stuff like that. So when the person pisses out, that's a good way the DNA could have gotten on the victim. But basically, that would mean that somebody pissed on the bodies but didn't notice. That's how it's explained. How about you look it up? It literally says a DNA partial profile often can be used to eliminate. What part of that? Hold on. Let me go back to that little thing so I can put this break this bitch one more time. Okay. Hold on. All right. Significance of partial DNA profiles. Partial matches rarely provide direct identification, but are valuable for investigated leads, helping to narrow down suspects to a specific person or family. Hey, you dumbass. Do I need to literally explain what those words mean to you? It literally is a way to eliminate a suspect or suspect pool. Are you sure you weren't blonde in a past life? Because you're looking like it right now. I said that already once, loud and clear. You just didn't comprehend what the fuck those words meant, apparently. Oh, hold on, Miss. Do you need to hear those exact words? Hold up, yo. I got this. Bitch likes to get curb stomped. She's a masochist tonight, y'all. DNA partial profile. Okay. Profile can be used to eliminate. Oh, look. Hold on. Let's see what it says, you dumb bitch. Okay. A partial DNA profile can be used to exclude or eliminate suspects from an investigation when the alleles present do not match a known individual sample at key loc. Despite having fewer than the full required markers, a partial profile can still definitively prove a person didn't do it. What part of exclude or eliminate? Do you not understand? But the DNA doesn't do shit in this situation. Because all it says is that he wasn't alone. You fucking noob. If there's two guys there and one jizzed on the fucking victims and the other one did not, nobody's innocent. No, I just answered you. You're dumb, dude. You're really dumb. So dumb. So dumb. Yeah, she's stoned. That's why I'm being so jokey with her. As long as the possibility exists that Richard Allen committed the crime with somebody else, and the other ways being what I just told you about chimeras and other ways, you cannot eliminate it. Once again, you can't eliminate Richard Allen because y'all motherfuckers have been the ones running around for the longest time saying he didn't do it alone. Whoever did it was like two killers and blah blah blah. Well, guess what? You done fucked yourself. Have a great day. Okay? Okay. Now, miscommunications, misconceptions, and everything else involving what is talked about. Now, if you remember, which I don't assume most of y'all, or at least Fishy, because she's dirt at the moment, apparently, obviously. That's why I had to write. We're not mad at each other. We're just talking shit. So don't worry, you guys. But if you remember correctly, they mentioned a specific medical ailment that described it as beheaded spermazoa. You remember that? A lot of people popped up saying, "Oh, that must mean that the guy was sterile or something, right?" Not necessarily, my friends. I have learned it through the grapevine and many other reasons that there is a much broader explanation of what the fuck that means. Okay, and we're gonna talk about that now real quick too. Okay, beheaded or headless sperm, a condition known as acephalic sperm or decapitated sperm syndrome, is a rare form of teratozoospermia causing male infertility. If it involves a separation of the sperm head from the tail, often accompanied by high levels of fragmented DNA, chromosome abnormalities, and abnormal immobile sperm. Key details regarding this condition include mechanism, as in the syndrome results in the inability of sperm to reach or fertilize an egg, and the condition is generally considered untreatable, according to research from Bob University of Nevada, Reno. Now, causes. While the exact causes is sometimes completely and utterly unknown, it is linked to structural defects such as issues with the ODF2 cytoskeletal protein. So get it, you guys? It's not so simple about the whole. Yes, you can be sterile because of this ailment. That is correct. But at the same time, it is a genetic defect. Now, the DNA's integrity, the DNA within the sperm is frequently compromised, often showing high levels of fragmentation and abnormal chromosome numbers. Okay? And then diagnosis and treatment, although sometimes detected during IVF procedures like ICSI, the high rate of sperm abnormalities, including fragmented DNA, makes successful fertilization difficult. Not impossible, difficult. While this condition makes natural conception difficult, it is a recognized, albeit rare reason for male infertility. As it said, most often than not, this ailment will not, I repeat, will not, because are you not paying attention? I just told you what the fuck it means. Not all the sperm are fucking beheaded. Only in worst cases are most of the sperm beheaded. And sperm can still do that without having a head, believe it or not. The head itself can still move around. And actually, in itself, it kind of does make it a little bit bad. It does say most often than not, if people with these chromosomal differences and shit like that will, if they have any kids, they're not going to have very many. Anybody remember how many kids Richard Allen has for like what 30 years of marriage? He got what one fucking kid? No, they're literally beheaded. Yeah, literally their heads are separated from the tails. But it doesn't happen to all of them, mind you. Um, Usually, it's like about half to most, and it makes conceiving very difficult, but not impossible. So yeah, a lot of people run around going, "Oh, the killer is sterile." That's not necessarily true whatsoever. What? To what? You didn't curb stomp nothing, bitch. You literally lost. Your explanation was nowhere near on that list. Are you forgetting to add that part, right? She tried to explain what she called a partial profile, and every word that she said isn't even in the list of fucking explanations of what a partial profile is. So mine was, and she knows this. Hers wasn't. She don't want to admit it. She's full of shit, y'all. Congratulations. I should have made her explain what the damn spermazoa thing was too. She would just look dumber. Wait till I get Paradox are going to be joining me live in a few days. No, I know exactly what you exactly said. You sounded nothing like it. Wait till Paradox gets on here. He'll tell you. He'll be here in a couple days. Yes, you all heard me correct. The one, the only legendary Paradox is making his return. No, Fishy, you were wrong. I literally told you a full DNA profile would usually be about 18 to 22 genetic DNA markers. I even said that number, yo, straight up. She's in total denial and bullshit. And then I said a partial DNA profile would be 8 to about 12 to 14 or any number below that. That isn't a full DNA profile. And I literally get here and look it up and everything. What do you see? The first thing you see, that exact phrase, usually caused by degradation, and other reasons. And we didn't even talk about the spermazoa. And no, that doesn't mean Rick Allen's innocent. I'm sorry to say, because y'all been running. Like I said, you can't run around saying that the killer wasn't working with somebody else, but then Rick Allen can't do it because why? Well, that's not his DNA. Well, you just said he's probably working with somebody else. Duh. I win. No, you lose. You lose every time. Lose, lose, lose. That's what you get for not coming up here and going live with me, punk bitch. Now I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find any. No, they can eliminate some people, but we need to find out how many markers they had there to do so. And are we sure that, how do I put it in a way that makes sense? Technically, we can't use it to eliminate a family either because of the possibility. You got to remember the dad and all that Richard Allen lived with isn't his real father. That's what I try to tell her, dude. She just was like, nah, you're wrong. I even had those numbers and everything. I said 18 to 22. Did I not, Fishy? And I said anything below that would be a partial profile. Albeit the more genetic markers you have. We told you that a long time ago, you dummy. Yes, he's eliminated by most common means of being the source of the DNA. But if he's got a person with him, it doesn't have to be his DNA for him not to be involved. Yes, they said it in the trial. Eliminated as being a source of the DNA that was found on the girls. That doesn't make him innocent. If somebody pissed on the girls or pissed on the ground near the girls, that's just an easier way for the DNA to get on them. Are you deaf? Imagine Chibi's jerking off or gets a boner and he's got this loaded sperm up or whatever, or pre-cum or whatever, right? Because he's a creepy bitch, period. What was he going to say? I'm so tired. No thanks to what? And like I said, for one reason or another, you have a little bit of shit still left in your urethra, right? Then you got to go pee, and you're out there searching, correct? So when you pee or something like that, that spermazoa and shit is going to come out. His millimeter Peter, it would then have to land on or nearby the victims, thus being able to be tested as far as we know of it. Period. But once again, y'all motherfuckers are the ones that keep pointing out that they didn't do it alone. Well, just the fact that they couldn't be alone or probably weren't alone says what? That there's somebody else there that the DNA wouldn't match up to. So, how would that eliminate Richard Allen through that method? Sure, he can't be the bearer of the DNA, understood, but he can still be there with somebody else trying to do so. Now, let's see. No, it's not highlighted. Dude, look it up. Literally. Hold on. I'll do it better since you're too lazy to look things up. She's such a lazy. That's why she doesn't create anymore. She's just lazy. Can sperm stay in the penis and be peed out? Where my ass? Yes, sperm can remain in the urethra, the tube inside the penis, after ejaculation and be flushed out later during urination. Residual semen or sperm from a previous ejaculation can stay in your urethra for several hours, with motile sperm detected in urine up to 4.5 to 5 hours later. Get wrecked. That's what I think. Well, I'm not a cop or an expert or anything else. So, while I will say I do think the things that were done at the crime scene are possible for one perpetrator, I don't know if there couldn't just be two perpetrators there too. I don't know. Ask the police. And mind you guys, is there a reason why you're like being jumpy on me? Because the jury knew all this and didn't give a fuck. Because once again, while this partially makes Alan look a little bit better, it doesn't eliminate him as being a possible killer. Period. Yeah. And as I said, you could just pee wherever. If it gets on them, boom. And no, it doesn't necessarily mean two people did it. They told us all the fucking time that people were running around the scene, contaminating shit, pissing and shitting all over the place. Do you not remember this? No, he can't be eliminated. He can be eliminated as being the source of that specific DNA. Sure. Yeah, basically, that's exactly what it is. But should be said, everyone's still a suspect. Man, they don't even know what causes that kind of genetic defect in the first place. It makes damn near having a kid fucking very difficult, still possible. And like I said, commonplace, if you have any kids, you probably only have one, two tops. And sadly, that matches up there. But if Richard Allen has something like a bone marrow transplant or a twin in the womb that he consumed as a baby, it still could be him. That could be his DNA. As I told y'all, what a chimera is. A chimera is a person with multiple DNAs in their body. And this is a fact. No, not necessarily. They could piss on the ground. And yes, Richard Allen has the same amount of kids. If somebody that usually the most common people that have this disorder usually only have one kid. So it can cause sterility, but in reality, it usually just makes it very fucking. Don't tell me I'm wrong, bitch. I literally have this shit in front of me. Most oftentimes, it doesn't even cause sterility, y'all. So you can still have a kid with this disorder. The only problem that usually occurs is you. It's very difficult to make a baby with it. Period. And wrong, get off your ass and go to fucking Google. Well, we don't know if they actually knew the bodies were there. That's the only problem. And we don't necessarily know that it was searchers either. And you would think if they had DNA and shit, okay, did they check it against Ron Logan or all these other people? Because it's his property. What if he just walked down the thing and just took a, I don't know, just throwing ideas out there. Why do you think I keep saying, nothing here so far has been anything that could eliminate Rick Allen? Sure, you can eliminate as him as being a possible source for the little bit of DNA that's found. And yes, the cops did mention. I remember this playing out in Simple View. Hey, I said it's rare, but it's possible. That's all I said. It also comes from a bone marrow transplant too, and in some cases transfusions and other shit. Ha ha ha. What health problems did Rick Allen have? Waiting. Didn't Rick Allen have a problem with either his blood or his heart or something like that, which often causes a need maybe for a transfusion and shit? Oh, get wrecked, bitches. No, they wouldn't, because you would have to collect samples from literally 10 spots on the body, from the different hairs, from the saliva, from the sperm in multiples. I just explained that what a chimera is. You would have to grab and test every fucking source of different DNA on the body. Your hair would have one DNA, your blood would have another. But then stop being wrong because you're acting cocky and arrogant and you're just wrong, period. What's stents? Explain that to me like I'm a dummy. Stop being rude, seafood. Because I be rude back. You've been calling me a liar ever since the damn call. Or wrong. Hold on, I will look up stents. What are stents? And then I'll even look up chimera so you can hear that. Stents are small, expendable, mesh-like tubes made of metal or fabric permanently inserted into narrowed or weakened hollow tubular structures in the body, most commonly arteries. They are used to prop open blocked blood vessels, restoring blood flow to the heart, brain, or legs. Well, may I be damned, y'all. Didn't I just say you would have to have something wrong with your blood system, aka your arteries, your heart, and such like that, to need something like a. No, I did say that. He's eliminated as being a possible source. Oh Lord, heaven help us. She's stoned. Just ignore her, yo. She's gonna cry if I be mean to her, so just ignore her. She's dumb. That's what I thought it was, Diana. Or TJ, sorry about that. No, you're not correct because he is eliminated from being the source of the DNA. Can somebody translate that into stoner so I can send it to her? How he's implicated? We're supposed to be talking about the DNA. Every single time I bring up all the facts that put him at the scene, y'all get mad and treat me like shit. But now you want me to do it again? You sure you want to go that route? Oh, the scene, yeah. Because his own story puts him nowhere near those fucking bodies, you fucking genius. So if I can put him somewhere at the scene, there's only one way he's at the scene where the bodies are, and guess what that is? Because he's Bridge Guy. Duh! Trust me, you don't want me to do that, because if I do that, y'all just have a little bitch fit. It's not nice. It's rude, it's impolite, and everything else. Okay, how can you put McCain, Weber, or any of the others? And if I'm the police, I would think that they would check the DNA on the bodies and compare it to those. Oh, it's DNA, dude. They can verify whether or not it came from a male or female. Duh. Now you just sound dumb. Been up for 4 days now. I'm not in the mood to be fucking polite. Do your homework before asking questions. Okay. Let me see. All right, now we'll look up chimera so I can explain that real quick. A chimera human. Ooh. A human chimera is a person with two genetically distinct cell lines, people, meaning they have two different sets of DNA in their body from two different individuals, often resulting from absorbing a twin in the womb, or bone marrow organ transplants, transfusions, or even naturally exchanging cells with a mother during pregnancy. These individuals may have very characteristics like different blood types or patchy skin, and sometimes don't even know that they're chimeric until a medical issue arises, as seen in the famous case of Lydia Fairchild. How chimerism happens. Twin absorption, most common natural cause. During pregnancy, one paternal twin will consume the other paternal twin, or it dies early, and the cells get absorbed by the surviving twin, giving them two DNA sets. Organ or bone marrow transplants. A recipient gets donor cells, creating two cell populations in the patient, recipient and donor. Fetal maternal microchimerism. Fetal cells can pass to the mother during pregnancy and persist for years through, though this is very smaller scale form of chimerism. Examples and characteristics: varying DNA. Two different tissues can have different DNA. Your hair might differ from your blood DNA. Your spit might differ from, you get what I'm saying? Physical traits can include different colored eyes, patchy skin, or even mixed reproductive organs such as intersexual traits, as in hermaphrodites. Unexplained medical issues. Sometimes chimerism explains odd results in DNA tests, like a mother not matching her children genetically, like Lydia Fairchild. Is it common? It is thought to be more common than recognized, with some estimates suggesting up to 10% of people in the world might have some sort of form of natural chimerism. Often they don't even know it. I don't know. Would not know. You'd have to talk to Richard Allen's medical doctor. And last time I checked, that was thrown out of court, and they were not allowed to access that information. If you don't remember correctly, I do. Okay, the bridge is not where the bodies are found. So, nope. We don't. Like I said, I can't tell you, piece of come here. I gave you a logical explanation of how somebody could still have that DNA but not have it come up in the test. I would have to see the DNA test, how it was collected, and what different forms and parts of the body they tested it from. Oddly enough, we still don't have, from what I know, because I think if we did, wait, I know I do remember Amy saying something about the DNA and stuff, and that she was able. So let's see if I can find anything on the actual Delphi DNA. Delphi DNA exhibits. Okay. Huh. While male DNA was present on items near the bodies, it was not linked to Allen, and forensic experts were unable to develop a suitable profile for comparison. Okay. No match to Allen. DNA testing of clothing, skin cells, under fingernails, and blood samples from the scene did not identify Richard Allen. Okay. Items from Allen's home, including male DNA present. Male DNA was found on a tree and branches and was deemed consistent with the environmental contamination or unrelated to the case. So, guess what, guys? Two different sources of DNA were actually found in the scene. First one on the victims, the second one on trees and branches in the area. Sexual assault kits. Tests on the victims showed no evidence of sexual assault. Hair evidence, 72 hairs were sent for testing, with some found to be inconsistent with the victims, but not directly linked to a specific suspect at that time. That's fucking kind of interesting, actually. Okay, so they found DNA profile, DNA shit on a tree and branches, but it was deemed consistent with environmental contamination. See, there you go, y'all. There's something interesting right there. What we've heard many times so far about the fact that it was explained away for contamination and everything else, guys. That's bullshit pulled out by the troll farm as a lie. Holy shit. But I'll be damned. There was two DNA sources that has nothing to do with the DNA that was found in the victims themselves. That's fucking interesting, guys. See, you notice that? Charles has to point that shit out to you. Oh, you can't link me, bro? You're a mod. But that's fucking interesting as fuck, yo. Not just one source of DNA. We got two now. On the sticks in the fucking tree. That's what they keep talking about as a possible contamination. That's what that is. That has nothing to do with the DNA that's found on the girls. I didn't take fucking. You're a fucking dumbass, dude. Shut up. I'm not sitting there taking credit for finding it or anything. I'm literally. Y'all didn't even fucking know about it, so go fuck yourself. Then where you been, motherfucker? Wow. I'm not sitting here going, look what I found, bitches. Ha ha ha. You didn't know that, did you? No, I said, look, guys, we found something interesting. Blah, 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 blah. Rude motherfuckers. See, this is why I don't do this shit, man. Y'all are fucking assholes. And if you knew all this, why the fuck you ain't been talking about it? Mister, I read everything. Well, apparently you just reading everything that doesn't fucking matter. Correct? Apparently. Holy shit. Dick, man. I try to bring you information and shit based on the information I know and and fine. Well, that's funny. How come no one of you are fucking talking about it? I ain't heard nobody sit there and go, hey, yo, just ask me if there was DNA found at the scene. But you now know are saying, yes, we knew there was two samples of DNA found at the scene. Make up your fucking mind. Oh, but you can remember it the second I bring it up while you're being a dick about it, right? Convenient. You're full of shit. Because there's multiple people in there, and it's always the ones that are being assholes that sit there and claim, "Oh, I knew that, bitch." Who the fuck asked me if they found DNA at the scene at all? You. You can't even. What's the point of reading this shit if y'all ain't processing the information as you're reading it? That's. You're literally doing nothing. Everybody in this chat fucking was sitting there listening to all this bullshit being said, and not anybody noticed it. Who wasn't there? Me. But I used Google in 3 seconds and found something that y'all read fucking all. Wow. Wow. You don't keep track of anything. Period. How many genetic markers were in the partial DNA profile? Very important piece of information. You read about it, I'm sure. So what was the answer? I mean, you asking me if there's DNA even found at the scene, I think that says everything I need to know, correct? You just don't know. So what is the point of reading all this bullshit? Nobody's paying attention. Then why am I the one talking about it, Shibby? You're a creator. It should have been you. It's like nobody pays the fucking attention when people were talking about shit. It's like ridiculous, yo. I guarantee if Nicole was here, she'd be like, "Hey, Charles, they found 2 sets of DNA," because she pays the fucking attention to shit. Mm-hmm. And yet you forget all of it. Forgot every bit of it, every fucking little detail. You're not making yourself look any better, dude, at all. How do you get to the point where you notice it's saying there's multiple DNA sources found at the scene? One on the girls that's been confirmed to not be Richard Allen. Do I need to read all this shit again that I just now said? Because the guilter is here having to make y'all's case look better once again. Like entertainment. This isn't. This is not fucking entertainment. Seriously. How do y'all miss such important fucking information? Because I guarantee if I'm in that chat and I hear that, I'm like, what? 2 DNA things, this, that, and the other. I'd have jumped on that like white on rice, and we'd have been talking about that shit that night. I bet you can remember all the funny nicknames you made up for Holman and all the other retards, right? Bet you got no problem remembering that. Guys, when you're going over the information and stuff, pay attention to what it is you're going over, especially when it's something important like DNA. That's all I'm saying. And I ain't even trying to be a dick, but those two were being a dick, so I gave them back their energy right back at them. Yeah. You don't make yourselves look any better at all. Now you acknowledge, oh, we remember it now, which means you still required me to help you do it. What kind of world is it if Charles isn't there? Exactly. But why didn't they test everybody who was at the scene and all the suspects? And if they did, where are the fucking tests? Y'all read all the bullshit. You said you were done. I'm waiting for an answer. I'm going to assume you went over the DNA exhibit, right? Any information at all? You read it all, right? This is fucking ridiculous. Holy shit. All right, give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna do what should have been done right in the first place, and actually see if I can find this exhibit. We can actually talk about the. Oh Lordy, heaven help me. Delphi murders DNA. Mm-hmm. Fuck, man. Y'all do this shit for fucking fun. What's the point of it? Don't make no damn sense. Do better. Shit, man. God. Come on, give me the damn exhibit. We say all eyes is fucking get hub whatever. All right, so typical. All eyes on Delphi. Eyes on Delphi. Get hub. And then hopefully it has a search bar that I can look up the case against Rick. Cool. That's GitHub right there. We'll find the DNA exhibit, and we'll actually not just fly through it, but I don't know. Find the important information that apparently nobody cared about. How you gonna ask me if they got DNA from the scene? But you read the thing that said they got 2 sets of DNA. Ay, Dios mío, muchacho, grande the foto, okaya. Oh, there's no search thing. Okay, exhibits. Oh, this is snazzy. I'm gonna have to think all eyes later on while she's yelling at me. We already know about the stakes. Thank you. Congratulations. We knew that. We're not dumb. And nobody's a dipshit but you because you're doing all this for no apparent reason whatsoever. I guess either that would be popular because you took no information, not a bit, until now. I lost all hope or whatever in you the moment you asked if there was DNA found at the scene. All right, old pre-trial and trial exhibits. I'm looking for you. Oh, 1 second. Pre-trial exhibits. Come on, Vic's versus DNA. This says certificate of analysis for certain things. Yay. Ain't even trying to be mean. It's like, guys, take out a piece of paper, open a file on your computer, something. It's like interesting details. Do DNA sets found the crime scene. Weirdos. Where the fuck is the DNA exhibit? Okay, there we go. DNA documentation, 2 pages on 17. Adios, meal. All right. Certificate of analysis. No male DNA was detected on the swab. How is this all the DNA for the exhibit? What the fuck? Where's the rest? Okay, no DNA was detected in the swab of the right wrist. This is just the DNA that's being tested for off the victim's body. That doesn't mean jack shit to me. How many genetic profile markers? How many? Oh my fucking god! This is like an amateur hour over here. Shibby, you're fucking fired, dude. How do you not notice that there's all kinds of shit missing? Do I need to show you what an actual legitimate DNA fuck? Oh lordy, heaven help us all. What are you talking about? The 15th to March 3rd? What? All I'm saying is, you'd think if you saw this with all you you're doing this shit with your voices and all this other thing and all this. It's like that seems important. And what do you mean Control F? What's fucking Control F? Or are you talking to Shivy? How was that the DNA exhibit? There's no. I don't care about that. I don't need to know about that. We know about that. I don't need to read anything to know that. I knew that already. For one, they never said it was actual DNA found off the sticks themselves. They said tree or branches in the thing. How does that necessarily mean? But where's the testing of anything else? Of anybody else? Where's the DNA profile that literally covers how many fucking markers there are? There's no work showed from any of the fucking DNA sample. That's not. So the piece of evidence just said, not him, bro. Y'all are fucking. Oh my god. Do I need to share the screen and show you once again, like from a crime from like Idaho, what the evidence is supposed to look like? Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. I just said, you incompetent buffoon. No, you look like fools because y'all don't understand. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, motherfuckers, let me show you what actual DNA evidence looks like. Because that's not it. Who cares about who did it, you numb bucks? There's no DNA testing there. There's no proof. If I gotta point this shit out to you, oh Lord, how would you know? Where is evidence of the actual testing? Do you get? Oh my god, I'm done. I'm done talking to you folks, idiots. Idiots. It's a piece of paper that just literally says, nah, it's probably not him, fam. So what was the defense going to use, or how were they going to be able to contest that? If it had been him. You get, oh my god. Oh, you guys are fucking pride, dude. You're fucking pride. You're fired. You're all fired. This is what I mean about first case bullshit, guys. No, how you going to test it? You ain't got no fucking specialties in testing DNA. Guys, it's a piece of paper that just says, no, not Richard Allen. That's not evidence. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Tell me somebody in this chat knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Please, please tell me. Please. How many cases have you been involved in? Because I'm telling you, it's looking like amateur hour here. You need to see what the DNA fucking evidence should look like. Do I really need to fucking show you competency of a case? Do I really? Oh my fucking god. We'll use Idaho since the motherfuckers actually know what they're doing. Y'all, you're fired. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about doing, period. I'll show you exactly what fucking DNA fucking evidence used in trial fucking looks like. It's not a piece of paper that just says, hey, this one person didn't do it. Fuck, man. I'll show you what the fuck DNA evidence looks like. For God's sakes. How much you want to make a bet, my brother? It's going to actually, it's like the PCAs for Richard Allen. Y'all think this shit looks normal, and then y'all see the Idaho where you're like, hey, that looks different. Amateur. Oh my god. Amateur. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Wow. FYI, guys, there was more DNA than what was left on the button on the safe at the crime scene at Idaho. Huh. Go figure. They found more of Brian Koberger's DNA around the crime scene. That's interesting. Yeah, if he hadn't taken the deal, he was a big time fuck. There was. Ooh, that's interesting. There was more DNA. Oh, I know I'm getting a little bit fucking distracted, but that's actually interesting. It was more than the DNA that was found on the sheath itself. More Brian Koberger's DNA was found at the actual scene, verifying that bitch did it. Okay, back to DNA exhibit for the exhibit in Idaho case. Somebody somewhere, come on. From any case, so I can show you what the fuck this shit's supposed to look like. This is fucking ridiculous, y'all. Ridiculous. I'm not even sure if the transcripts from the Idaho, well, they never even went to trial in the first place. Oh, my ears hurting. Fuck. Oh, by the way, if y'all haven't heard the weird fucking creepy news lately, the defense in the Idaho case has indicated there was a quite large possibility that Brian Koberger did not do it alone. On top of the fact that multiple weapons were used, possibly, but it could have just been a knife used in different ways. But there is other reasons why they say that too. But just thought I'd throw that out there as I'm looking for an actual DNA trial exhibit, because apparently it's not going to be so easy to find one in Idaho just yet, and we don't have an all eyes for Idaho. I mean, explain the DNA evidence to a jury. We don't even need the evidence anymore, guys. We just need a piece of paper that says yes or no. That's all. We just hand it to the jury and it says yes. Boom, you go get dead, boy. If it says no, well, he's going home, right? There you go. Fucking idiots. What the fuck? Why is that just for Florida? Please tell me the other states have that too. That's fucked up. That's creepy as fuck. I'm starting to lose faith in the fucking judicial system right now. Holy shit. Dun, dun, dun. And no, you. What are you going to do with the DNA evidence itself? You can't test it. You don't even know what the. My head hurts. And trial. Because I will literally show you how it's supposed to look. And this is the whole reason I don't like this fucking trial bullshit. But apparently I know what the fuck I'm talking about still, and everybody else don't. Holy shit. Now see, guys, listen here. These are common things used in the facts of DNA evidence and presenting it in trials. Okay? Electropherograms, statistical analysis reports, chain of custody documentation, illustrative aids, expert qualification. You know, there's all kinds of different things if they're going to use an expert and all that. I got a page and a half that was tiny as fuck. That's it. Explain what the fuck is. Goose Rabba, Goose Rabba, Goose Rabba, Goose Rabba. Oh my god. Incompetency at the next level. Where the witnesses aren't the. Where's the electropherograms that literally show the DNA markers? This is not legitimate evidence. Amateur hour, shoot. Shoot. Fuck you. How many cases have y'all watched when some lawyer or whatever is saying, talking to an expert, and the expert's holding a piece of paper in his hand, and then the piece of paper it says, "Oh yes, this person is 1 in 576 million dollars." Where is that? That also tells us a lot of other information. Where's that? I don't need witness testimony. Witnesses are fucking idiots. I want the actual fucking evidence. Does it exist or not? Because I went through everything on that DNA. It's not in the testimony. That's not legal. So the evidence itself is just the guy standing there and what's in his head. If he's reading a piece of paper, it has to be fucking included. Are the papers included or not? I'm going to just start yelling at all eyes now and be like, hey, what the fuck, dude? Even if you had witness testimony, wouldn't you separate the witness testimony from the actual paperwork if that's where the evidence is, and then take it and put it with the actual DNA evidence? Wouldn't that be common sense if you're going to set up all this fucking cool little... Everybody's stupid. Everybody. I hate the world. I hate it all. Yep. I have seen more on a cheap piece of paper and a cold case for a guy that's already fucking dead than a recent case like this. Oh my fucking god. There's all kinds of shit missing, guys. Period. A lot of shit is fucking missing. It's what I'm saying. There's a lot of... So the paperwork is in the fucking admission, in the testimony. So I guess all eyes is just dirt, huh? Okay, where's the DNA fucking shit for the branches or whatever? So all the paperwork she just left with the damn witness testimony, and that's what she calls... How hard is it to take a copy or a screenshot of just the paper and put an extra copy with the... Yes, it is her fault. Because if you're telling me these papers are in with the witness testimony, that means you can see them in the witness testimony, correct? As in the papers that the expert himself is holding, or their self, correct? So are you telling me that they can't, making this awesome way to keep everything separate and all this other stuff, she can't just take a fucking little screenshot of that piece of paper? Oh my... No, you're fucking... Oh my god. How do y'all not get this shit? There's no convenience in this whatsoever. I would have to go back out, go look up witness testimony, get a look up the specific witness testimony, and if that witness just happened to fart a bunch of times, I have to read through that just to get to the paperwork. There's no convenience at all. I'm not even mad. I'm shocked, y'all. So what I'm asking is, was there paperwork including in the witness testimony? Because if it was, then it should have been separated, or at least a copy of it separated, and put it with these two pieces of paper. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, I hope? Thank you, Hoosier. I mean, I'm sitting there explaining it, and it's like, oh, you're... Of course, look at... I thought y'all do trials and shit, bro. What the fuck? I'm not mad. I'm literally fucking shocked. No, no, no. If you're telling me it's just what the person said, did they just pull it from their brain, memory and all? No, expert or not, I suspect they have a paper in their fucking hand that they're reading from. Is the paper there or no? The expert wouldn't just be sitting there, right? With no paperwork, none of the tests, none of that shit. They're not going to be sitting there on trial testifying with nothing in their hands, just relying on their memory, correct? So that means during the trial, this expert that's giving that testimony is basically reading off some papers. And hopefully they didn't fuck up at all. But we wouldn't be able to tell even if they had because we don't have the fucking papers, y'all. Do you understand what I'm saying now? This is very important shit. And I'm trying to ask Shibby if while he's reading that testimony, was it just somebody talking or was there Never mind. I'm sorry. I highly doubt I'm the one that needs to go to bed. I think we need to start having a real breakthrough, reading through and everything else of actual trials because y'all don't seem to understand the actual evidence and what's missing and lacking in there for everything. But you're telling me to trust all eyes, who's been known to hide shit from people and everything else. No, I don't fucking think so. I'm not talking to you, Hoosier. I'm talking to. I guess I just assumed that everybody here, most of everybody had been on other cases. If you're gonna go through all the trial shit, you're gonna go through the fucking paperwork and investigation shit. But nobody thought this was weird. That's like what? What? Hold up. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just in utter shock. I'm not mad. Y'all are guessing by my voice again that I'm mad, but that's not the fact at all. And that's I'm just trying to explain it to the ones that don't understand what I'm saying. So it's in the no, it's just the words. So if they fucked up, how would you know, right? If it's just the witness's words, right, guys? I just pulled up the DNA exhibit. It's a page and a half long. It just shows where fucking what area it was tested. I don't see why the state and whoever else would provide this information. No, I'm telling you, there's something missing from the stack of fucking papers, and I'm not going to sit here and blame the state yet because something's not right here. That's what I'm saying, Hoosier. Exactly. Perfect. A misspoken mistake, all kinds of shit. The court docket for what? I haven't looked at any of these exhibits. Period. I was waiting for all of them to come out and then go through all of it. I never once said that I had been through it. But any major case that's involved DNA and everything else, have you guys not seen the paperwork that says the DNA met? Thank you. I'm not being fake. I'm guys. I'm not. I'm like, it's like mind-boggling to me. It's like, holy shit. All you need is somebody saying something wrong or saying something, reading something wrong, making a mistake and reading too far down when there's still a lineup. It's preposterous. I'm sorry. It's just insanity. What was that link that TJ posted? And I like All Eyes, but I don't trust All Eyes. I've seen her leave shit out before, just like the troll farm does. But expressively, yeah, they think I'm mad, but they don't understand because they don't know trials, Diana. I mean, Hoosier does, but the rest of them don't. And if that's not All the Eyes is shit, I can't do it. I'm on StreamYard. If I click it, it'll ban you. So I can't click it. I'll just have to wait until after the live or whatever to do it myself. But this is fucking ridiculous. What the fuck is going on here, yo? The exhibits are in Analyze This Thing. I click on every single one that just says DNA on it, yo. It's not the. Oh, okay. So that's it. See what I mean? Please, I can't click it right now. But is there just 1.5 pages of DNA evidence? Can somebody please tell me on TJ's link? Because if there's more, then it's All Eyes as fuck up. Sorry to say it, but it is. No, I'm trying to behave, but it's just like they don't understand what I'm saying, and it's like frustrating. Hoosier gets it, but I'm like, guys, no, this is very important, dude. Diana, okay, we started this thing, right? I explained what the DNA is and all this other shit, and the genetic mutation and shit is right. On just DNA? Well, there you go. You see why I don't trust motherfuckers, y'all? Boom. How about you stop relying on creators and shit? Thank you, TJ. How is it making the info accessible to everybody if you're missing 12 volumes of it? If that's just DNA, holy shit, you know how many pages I probably... Wow. I love you, TJ. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying. You stop. You go to look like I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Thank you. They don't understand. It's like, what the... I'm not trying to be mean to nobody, but it's not evidence. It's just a piece of paper that says Rick Allen's DNA doesn't match this. I'm sorry. That's not fucking evidence. It's just not. Is that what she's calling evidence? Because that's bullshit. I'm not hating on y'all. You send me the link for fucking All Eyes. Or I Googled it, but same difference. But yeah. That's not convenient at all, yo. Why is there so much evidence missing from that fucking thing? Dude, no. TJ found it in seconds. See, there you go. That's skill. And this is All Eyes. I expect better. I expect fucking better with all the hype that she gets. I've seen out of her in the past. I don't understand what the hell's going on. Okay, so if TJ can get it, why isn't it on with the rest? I see them all the time on YouTube and X and everything else running their mouths and talking shit, but nobody's caring to get this fucking evidence, I guess. And putting it out there for people to see. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all let everybody slide with everything just because you like the person. Is no, no. That's agenda shit, dude. That's possibility of somebody reading it, getting it wrong, and fucking making dumbass moves because of it. And I'm not trying to even be a dick. It's like, what the fuck? It's a piece of paper. It just says this is not Magellan's DNA. Guys, that's not evidence. That's not evidence. That's a conclusion statement. None of that is evidence. So for it to be marked under a thing that's a DNA exhibit is a bona fide bullshit lie. You understand what I'm saying? That's like you taking some. Thank you. I'm not trying. Yeah, I got a little frustrated because this is because Shibby got mad and he left and shit, but he didn't understand what I was frustrated. This man's sitting there reading all this shit about the crime scene and DNA and everything else. But let me ask you, how do you just skim right on by the fact that two different DNA samples are found in two different places at the crime scene? To the point where only a few days later, you've got to ask me, was any DNA found at the scene? It's like, what are we doing? Oh, well, you're being really quiet, dog. Just saying. You seem like you left. All I'm saying, guys, is, I had, oh, Lord. I went to the Google, and I typed in all eyes on Delphi, GitHub, like you said. Then I clicked it. And then it says trial exhibits, which I clicked it. I looked it up wrong. See, fuck you, bro. Now you're being a dick. Thank you, Hoosier. Physical proof and the testing done on it, which is going to be paper that's going to have the 1 inch. Yes, Tippy's got it. I'm asking where the hell it's at because all eyes ain't got that shit. No, you just want to kiss somebody's ass and be a dick, rude to me. That's all it is. Period. You're wrong. Period. Your homegirl fucked up. Just say it. Stop trying to blame me. Rude as fuck, man. She said there's 12 volumes of fucking evidence. That's a good question. That's just rude, fucking fishy, man. I have to be incompetent. None of your friends can fuck up ever. Whatever, man. If they were fucking not fuck up and they never fuck up, then maybe they wouldn't be in fucking prison in the first place. And she fucks up all the time. How about you go check in her posts and see how many times I corrected her? At least 75 different times. I mean, most would call that just, oh, she's lying, but no, hey, I just said she fucked up. But so how about that? But I must be the incompetent one, right? No, at least I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Right. All right. Gun 3.
She doesn't make mistakes.
Oh, yeah, she does. Police investigate ransom demands for Nancy Guthrie. Savannah Guthrie missing mom live updates. Blah blah blah. Annie Guthrie's home wearing gloves. Oh shit, guys. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Savannah Guthrie missing mom live updates. Cops seen leaving Annie Guthrie's home wearing gloves, carrying brown bags during night search. Isn't that where they were taking the pictures and shit at? No, you're being an asshole. You're acting like it's me fucking up and that your friends are invaluable. But I'm gonna tell you, I've corrected your friend 100+ times. That's a dick thing to say, dude.
She doesn't fuck up.
Bullshit. She don't fuck up. That's rude. This is what I mean. Oh, my guilter, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's rude as fuck, bro. All right, this search for Savannah Guthrie's mother, 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, has extended. This just like the other day. You claim I was wrong about a bunch of shit. Didn't prove anything I said wrong, just like tonight and earlier. You just keep claiming it. Is that what fucking innocenters do? We don't look it up, yo. We just gotta, we think we think you're wrong. That's it. Because if I want to prove somebody wrong, I'm gonna get the facts, the evidence, paperwork. Late Saturday today I anchor Savannah Guthrie thanked by a plank or whatever. Released a video begging for the mother. Okay, we know about that. Billboards to assistant. Yeah, okay, we know about that. The bags, bitches, the bags. I still think that Cameron dude's involved, man. He's acting weird. Either that or he's autistic. Oh. The former FBI big suspicions. What was he suspecting? Oh, shit. See, the homeboy, the former FBI, is this really a kidnapping? Does somebody really have her, and is she really alive? Of the fiends claim to have her. That's what I've been saying all along. She's dead, dude. They're trying to distract the fucking law enforcement and shit from finding her while they're doing something that we don't know what the hell they're doing just not at the moment. Former FBI this was right after he said that right after Savannah and them and her two siblings went to social media to plead with their mother's apparent abductor to return. So, that dude saw the way they were acting was like, oh, okay. Police seen leaving Annie Guthrie's home wearing gloves, carrying brown bags during Saturday night search. Okay. It's day 7. Photo flashes went off several times. Okay, so they took the bags out, then they did the photos. Got it. Okay. Well, Jar was sitting there saying that he didn't see anybody come with bags or whatever, so I just assumed maybe it was later or before. I don't know. After nearly 3 hours, authorities walked out of the residence wearing blue gloves and carrying brown bags. Interesting. Savannah and her siblings, Annie and brother Cameron, offered to pay their 80. I don't know, man. Anybody see the way Cameron was acting? Something seemed off about it to me. Yeah, and that's the newest update. So basically, nothing. So, if anybody's looking at it, the unknown female, that's from the hair, right? Yeah, I'm not worried about the hair. I'm wondering about how many cell markers are actually DNA markers are in the partial profile that was found on the girls. And what's up with the DNA that's off the branches? There should have been paperwork for that too. That's what I mean by there's evidence fucking missing. Yeah. Yeah, think about it this way, guys, in a better way. It's like the experts in the court is talking about the DNA that's on the branches, right? And all you see is a piece of paper saying contaminated. Trust me, bro. And that's it. Maybe is that a better way of explaining it? No, you're idiots because you don't know about any of this, and nobody called you an idiot. So you want to just throw words in my mouth or whatever? I'm going to use them. I don't care what the fuck they said at court.
I want the paperwork and the test results, which you obviously haven't looked at because you just read some words. Gosh. And who was the one just sitting in there a minute ago saying all eyes doesn't fuck up like that? I was the one that fucked up. So keep trying to make it seem like I'm the one calling you stupid. Nah, she's been trying to prove me wrong about some shit all damn night. Each time I'm literally showing her how to do things, and she's being really rude to me. I was in a call with her and Paradox. She asked me what a partial DNA profile is. I explained it. Yeah, I agree. It's just Kelsey's probably hair, period. With Indy, what's up with Indy? I mean, what is Indy? I'm kind of lost. Yeah, I mean, I'm not being rude to them. I got shocked, so I changed my voice, and all of a sudden, they've been flipping out the whole damn time. And I had to explain myself what the hell I was talking about like 50 fucking times before they understood it. If a person's testifying, yes, you can have transcripts of the shit that they say. That is not evidence. God. You can wing it as much as you want, but you're still derping yourself. You're arguing over pointless facts. That testimony don't mean jack shit. There's actual legitimate evidence in paper form, results. Well, as I explained to him, I said, if they're testifying, how are they testifying? Are they holding some paperwork in their hand and reading up the answers, which is usually how it's done? And these are charts and all kinds of other stuff showing the actual results and stuff for the DNA testing and all that. And they're just like, no, transcripts. So I clicked the link that they say with the transcripts, and guess what? Shit ain't there. But I'm the idiot. Sure. While they're in here going, no, it's there, it's there. I went where they sent me to. I started this to literally talk about what partial profiles were, how did they get that way, and how they could be used. It took me, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes or so to explain to her, yes. She kept saying, so it doesn't eliminate Richard Allen. I'm like, no, Richard Allen is eliminated as a possible. Dude, TJ found it in seconds. You told me to go to All Eyes. All Eyes ain't got shit. And then you called me, like, you said I called you idiot. I never said that. And all I did was try to explain to y'all what I was talking about. Y'all kept misunderstanding and fucking up, misunderstanding and messing up. Anything else anybody wants to actually know or whatever? Because I can't click any links or whatever without banning somebody. So I'm just not going to worry about that. And if she's going to the office, I'm probably in trouble or whatever because I got aggravated after sitting here for an hour trying to explain shit to people. Thank you, TJ. No offense, though. You get what I was saying, TJ, right? You saw what was on the page. I'm sure the GitHub for All Eyes. It's like there's nothing there. There's like a page and a half that just has a little bit of like what would be a conclusion statement for all the DNA evidence. but there's no evidence there. That's what I'm saying. And they're telling me that's the DNA evidence, and the thing says that's the evidence exhibit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm tired, but I just going to what I was told to go to, and it's like I'm the incompetent one. It's not there. It's not there. Anybody else want to go to All Eyes GitHub? Click the link, see what you find. I mean, it's really fucking self-explanatory. It's like a screen. You click the screen, and it opens up to contents. It has links that you click. There's only where's the in what the place that you sent me? There was none. But it's some, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where they sent me, there's a page and a half, which is what I call a conclusionary statement on the one source of DNA. There's no mention of the hair. There's no mention of fucking the branches. Neither's the, okay. So what, guys? Can somebody else explain it to her because I feel like I'm just sounding like an asshole because I keep trying. Oh, I don't want the transcript. I want the actual paperwork that shows the summaries and all that shit. Don't tell her to thank you because she's just fucked up the whole damn time. At all. I mean, TJ, the thing that you gave, does it have the summaries and the testing results and all that other stuff included? Because I can't click it. I'm going to assume it does. Since there's 12 volumes there. Plus, it's being used in the appeal, and I'm sorry if you presented that at an appeal, the whole case would get thrown out. That's what I figured, man. Now, stop relying on YouTubers and shit, man. I appreciate you trying to help, but that wasn't at all what I asked for. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just saying. No, TJ posted the link to it all, yo. And I trust her from her, because I've seen the shit she posts on her channel. So trust me, go to the one she posted up there. It'll be all the summaries and shit. I can't do it because if I try to click the link, she'll get banned. Because I'm in StreamYard and that's what happens. And I apologize. I started getting frustrated because I explained it like 50, 60 different ways. It's like in one ear and out the other. Even she still doesn't understand what I'm talking about, y'all. See? It's not anywhere. Then why did TJ just? Oh God! Please, somebody help me! Help me! Please help me! Fishy, how stoned are you? I keep trying to explain it, dude. It's in one ear and out the other, bro. I don't want to be an asshole. She just posted it up there. Stop, process, and think, dude. And this is like the fourth or fifth subject in a row, that we've had problems with. I'm not trying to be hateful. So fucking pissed off right now. Not about this either, but it's something else. She might be really high. She smoked out when we were on Discord or whatever before the thing. I'm just gonna assume that. I don't know. That's some fire ass weed, though. I gotta say, so you send me some of that weed, dog. That's some good shit. Holy shit! Hold on. So you have your hero all ISIS fucking links. You tell me. All right, there is your hero. So if you can find those magical paperwork somewhere, I guarantee it's not going to be where you think it is. I keep trying to explain it. That's why I get frustrated. And I tried. I said, guys, that. And it's just like, it's your fault. You can't find it. It's here. It's this. I'm like, no, it's not. What you're talking about is transcripts from witness testimony, and that's not what I'm looking for. And after like the 10th time of me trying to explain it, yeah, I start to get aggravated. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, dude? How do you? And then I become the asshole. And then she calls me an idiot, basically. I'm like, what? How? It's like, how did I become the bad guy in this? I just said, hey, I need this information. Where can I find it at? I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. Ay, guys, adios mío. Is it or is it not under the thing that is literally marked DNA exhibit? Because every bit of that paperwork should be under. Oh Lord. So basically, all eyes fucked up one way or the other. But it's possible for her to do that because that's your girl. Just say it. That's what you're saying. And then I'll go to share screen and I'll jump to her posts where she's posting all these different things, and you can see why she hates me so much when I have to correct her like 100, 70, 80, 90, 100 times. But all eyes is infallible, and I am the idiot. Okay, sure. Whatever floats your fucking boat. And no, I don't need to look at it. I look for DNA. That's what we're talking about, right? This is supposed to be an easy, accessible page for all the information and exhibits, correct? If I'm looking for DNA, can I kick her off the island, please, guys? Just kick her off the island. Can I get a vote? No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, what the fuck? Dude, if it's in there, she fucked up. That's what I'm saying. This is like the second time in a row. The other night she did the same shit. Swore up and down he's not telling the truth, okay? Then correct me. Oh, I didn't feel like looking it up. So you just started harassing me for what? Fun? Yeah, basically. Seemingly. Okay, so you're looking at it. Where's your pause, hesitation, silence? Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Easy to discover information, guys. And that's about a minute so far. It took 13 seconds for TJ to go get the link with 12 volumes and post it. And yeah. Morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? The asshole is here once again. Guys, I have terrific news. He was gonna do it tonight, but it took me a minute to get on to find it. Why are you asking me? You sent me there. This is all on directions from you. TJ posted a link up there. How did you miss it? It was a massive. Oh my God! Please make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. Hoosier, you couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better myself. Deaf ears, blind eyes. But yes, Senor Paradox should be joining us very soon in the next few days or so. Have your weenus pictures ready. And your feet pictures too, he said. And if you've got bra sizes, he would like to know what they are. I'm obviously not joking. He did in fact say that. What's up, Dan? How you doing, bro? Hope you're having a great day. I hope everybody's having a great day. I mean, you didn't see when Love and Light posted that big old fucking link. I think it said Google or My Case or whatever attached to it with a big old link. And she said 12 volumes and other stuff. It's like the post and all that took like half of the chat up. Maybe she's on her phone or something. I don't fucking know. What the hell does knackered mean? I know, dude, and I'm irritable already. And I kept trying to explain it, and I'm not trying to be mean. I was just like, no, guys, this is a conclusion statement. I'm looking for the evidence. It's right here. No, that's witness testimony. I'm looking for the actual evidence. It's there. No, it's not. I just looked. I need the actual evidence. It's there. You're an idiot. What did I do? I'm not the one on marijuana that's very strong. Oh, so you blocked Love and Light. Oh, sorry about your bad luck. You're going to have to go find it yourself now because you're mean. So saith the Chuck. Oh, okay. So she could see you. She just didn't see all the link and all that. Then why didn't you click it when she? If I keep asking questions, everybody's going to think I'm being a dick. I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just if y'all scroll up to PJ's got this massive link posted, and then there's a couple things, and you, well, tell her thank you. What do you mean I didn't? I can't do anything because if I click the chat, somebody gets banned. I'm on StreamYard. You've been on StreamYard before. How do you not know this? Oh my God. No, you could scroll up and get it yourself. When it got posted, when you were too busy calling me an idiot. Holy shit. No, because you were fucking rude. I don't help people that are fucking mean to me. And you insinuated I called you an idiot. I didn't call you an idiot either. It's like putting words in my mouth and shit. It's like fucked up, man. Acting like Shibby. How about you go ask Shibby to help you? Rude, man. Fuck. Like, how do you not know what a data sheet is for a DNA fucking test? See, it's like talking in one ear and not the other, dude. Jeff Pierce, just like Hoosier said. Not doing it. Don't care. I'll look it up for the information I want to look it up in my free time. It's rude. You were mean to me. You didn't apologize. You didn't say thank you to TJ for actually doing and getting what you needed. You're being a dick, dude. You're totally being a dick. Rude, rude, rude. Am I being an asshole or am I? I don't fucking know. Just yeah, whatever. I'm an asshole. That's fine. Because I told TJ, I was like, oh, thank you, TJ, because I knew she would understand what I was talking about and stuff. Do you not see the way you're fucking being right now? It's not very nice at all to anybody. Chill, calm down, breathe for a minute or something. I don't know. How, how am I rude? You're the one that sent us to GitHub in the first place. Were you not? We follow your lead and what you tell us to do, and then you get mad when the shit ain't there that we're looking for. You implied all lies is invaluable, and I'm an idiot. Then you said I called you an idiot, which I didn't do. I could have too, but I didn't call you an idiot. Then why did you think I called you an idiot, but I didn't call you an idiot? Because I mean, Hoosier and everybody else heard me. I explained it. And I was a lot calmer at first. I'm like, no, I need the actual paperwork, information sheets, and everything else. And you just kept sending me to the witness testimony. Like, what does the witness testimony transcripts have anything to do? But there's still more than what the hell you brought. Say thank you to TJ for being mean. Whether it's there or not, it doesn't matter. You're being out of date fish seafood. You're being nasty seafood. You acted like she couldn't fuck up. She fuck up all the time. That's literally why she hates me, dude. Because I try to help her and with the information, and she hates that I do that. All I do is correct shit. Guys, then what's in the information that TJ posted? Because I tell you what, the thing that you guys sent me to, I have a page and a half of a conclusion. That's it. TJ said there was 12 volumes there. I don't know what's in that 12 volumes, but it's got to be more than that page and a half. Oh Lord, Shitty, are you sharing weed with fucking fishy? Because you guys are. So it's just more witness testimony. Oh, I'm a dipshit. You're incompetent fucking ass, can't find shit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You can't even remember something you read a couple days ago, but I'm a dipshit. You see what I mean with the insults, guys? And I just said I couldn't see what was in there. Now, didn't I? Dipshit. Doug Carter's not going to give you an excuse to being a dick to me, like you both have been. And not just to me. You're a dick to fucking TJ and shit. I'm not even fucking looking. Does it look like I'm even fucking looking? No, because you're being dicks. You didn't say thank you to anybody for anything to help, trying to help you with any of this. You sent us in the wrong direction where there's no information at. I swear to God, dude. It doesn't give you the excuse to be a dick. Since I'm called a dipshit, now I can be back. Now I'm allowed to start making names. Since I've been called a dipshit like 5 times now. Because somebody's brain seeped out through their fucking skull where their hair used to be. That seems much more peaceful. What y'all think? These incompetent fools can go jerk each other's jerks somewhere else and fucking stop being an asshole all over the place. They couldn't even say thank you to TJ for trying to help. They didn't even help me. They just said, "Hey, God, all eyes is get how this got everything." Dicks, dude. Seriously. Your parents didn't fucking teach you any manners or some shit. I apologize to anybody. Apparently, whatever these forms are, they don't exist. But if I find them, I'm going to stick my foot up 2 motherfuckers' ass, verbally. Worse than I did to the other 2 motherfuckers earlier. God. I mean, straight up, what was it? I look up information on the social profile. The one that's read all this shit about the DNA and everything else that he supposedly. I literally, where he asked me, said, "Was there any DNA found at the scene?" What's the point of reading this shit if you don't know what the fuck you just read? At all. Because not only one DNA sample, but 2 DNA samples were found at the crime scene. One on the girls, one on some branches. Then they start being assholes about it, like, "Oh, we knew that, blah, blah, blah." If you knew it, why did you just ask me if there was DNA found at the scene? And they just been going and being dicks and all this other shit. Like they're little butt bandits for each other or something. Yeah, I'm out because nobody else is chatting and shit. None of that banned those fucks. I'll see if I'll bring them back at some point. Who knows? Maybe they need a timeout. Have a great night, day, whatever.